Alright, hello, and welcome to this very first playthrough of Alan Wake 2. We're here. We've played every mission in the game except for the final mission, and that is what we are going to do. Let's do it! I'm ready. It's October 31st. We're gonna actually have another game beaten in October, I can't believe it. We're Saga again?
What's going on?
Is this is him rewriting the story, right?
No. It's the mine place. I can't sense anyone. My work, it's all gone. What the hell is happening? Nothing's working. I can't think straight. Where is everything?
Oh. Shit. I had my external speakers on for the whole last video. Oops. That one's gonna have an echo.
I can't leave. Why can't I leave? The Dark Presence took over Casey. Stole the clicker from me. The last thing I remember is him throwing me into Cauldron Lake. I'm in the dark place. I'm lost. I don't know how to get out. I don't know what to do. That wasn't me. Was it?
My mind feels foggy. Why am I in the mine place? Whoa.
Failed who? What's happening to the case board?
Okay. Is there a clue on the board somewhere? I'm in the dark place, I'm in danger, Scratch took the clicker, Scratch threw me into Cauldron Lake. Other Saga. She's right, Cauldron Lake is the gateway to the dark place. I'm in the dark place. Oh. Okay.
The board says I failed them. Who's them? I let everyone down. Logan, Casey, myself. This is my fault. My daughter is dead. My partner was taken over by a monster. I'm trapped in the dark place. Powerless. I'm not powerless. What is happening here? This isn't me. Casey. Casey depended on me, and I let him down. I wasn't watching his back. I got wrapped up chasing the wrong lead. He needed me. Now he's turned into a monster. He needed me. Logan. I neglected my family for my job. I was too thrilled by the cases, the mysteries. I liked how dangerous the work was. And now that danger has destroyed my family. It killed my daughter. No. I am a terrible mother. I let my daughter die. Scratch took Casey, and it's my fucking fault. I'm a failure. This is what I deserve.
Well, I think case closed, right?
Something's
we suck
very
ass.
fucking wrong here. The story.
My life, my family is just part of a book. Another white asshole deciding what I get to do, how I get to do it. He took my daughter from me. I'll never be free of this story from him.
He used her. Scratch. He's using Casey now. Like he used Wake. This isn't... What?
She's not dead. God damn it.
Got another one? Oh, Jesus. Oh, the picture's fading out. As the water filled her lungs, she realized you weren't coming. Jesus. And you even still call yourself a mother after you let your only child die?
No! I'm done with this.
You're blaming a horror story instead of yourself, you
back.
coward. Admit she's dead and you killed her. You killed her. You killed her. There's something else to do here.
Why do you hate me?
Wait a minute. Is there something else I'm supposed to interact with that I normally wouldn't be able to? That would be really fucking cool. Ah, damn it. Find evidence. Okay. Says there's still something to do
I
with the
never
case
should have
board.
trusted these.
Oh, okay, alright.
Night Springs. Logan and David love that show. Their weekly ritual. This case. This room. Is any of it even real? Casey was hurt. I should have been watching his back. Casey was being corrupted and I did nothing. Scratch was Wake. How could I miss that?
Wake was Scratch all along and I had no idea.
Wait, what?
Idiot, idiot, idiot. I ignored the fact that the dark presence was affecting Casey.
Why is this happening?
Should never have brought him to Cauldron Lake right to Scratch. Casey was injured because I left him behind.
What?
You needed backup and you weren't there. I like all the all caps. This has all been a hallucination.
It feels like I'm trapped in a nightmare. Stuck in an echo chamber with all my fears, my doubts, my insecurities.
I took Logan away from her father.
That's not... No.
Took her from David and stuck her in a backwater shithole. I used manuscript pages as a crutch instead of doing my job.
What? No.
The pages were your excuse for always being one step behind. Alright, what else can I...
It was so obvious the Koskela brothers were behind the cult. I spent too much time away from Logan.
Oh, I don't think this stuff is available a second ago.
I never should have left Casey at the hotel by himself. Logan. The horror story used her. The cult was just the beginning of the spiral.
Casey was wrong to put his trust in me.
Come on.
Come on! You fucked this case up so badly that the FBC took over. Logan's death broke something inside of me. Is that the you lost your mind part? Yeah.
What's happening to me?
Couldn't face what happened, so you cracked. I abandoned my partner to investigate on my own.
I hate this, but it's all true. I had tried to silence these thoughts. Focus on the case. But I can't escape them anymore. I'm drowning. I need a way out before I'm dragged under.
Logan was alone.
Fuck, no!
She spent every day by herself in that trailer. Come on, Jack, we're running a cult right under my nose. Oh no, wrong. You're a terrible detective. Not a terrible partner.
God damn it!
What kind of detective are you? They were right in front of you! Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, that is by far the best this game has gotten me. I did not see that coming at all. I need a second. Holy Jesus. Holy God. Okay, wait. Can we do some profiling? Don't do the thing again.
No. There has to be a way out. I need a way out. Oh, God. None of this is real. I've lost it.
I'm not even here. The mind place isn't real. A case about supernatural darkness. I'm having a full-on psychotic break. I dragged Logan away to a tin can in Watery. She's dead because of me.
There has to be a way out.
I need a way out.
It's over. There's no point trying.
Everything is lost. There's no way out. No way to fix this. There's no way out. I'm stuck here forever. Just me and my past. My guilt. My mistakes.
Whoa, hi.
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm stuck. But this is my mind place. My mind. Everything I need is here. It has to be.
Ah! The lights.
No. No. I'm not giving up. Focus, Saga. The answers I need are here somewhere. I just have to look. No. I'm not reading anymore. My badge. Never should have taken this case. Scratch was too much for us. I should have
the room
made
is
Casey
changing.
stay behind.
I saw this online and it made me think of you. Okay, what are you doing? Don't make a big deal out of it, Mom. No hugs, no hugs.
Deduction available.
Hey, Mom, I made you a charm bracelet for good luck. I made a matching one for me, so bring me back something cool from Washington.
I am honored by this award. Thank you. While our agency must continue to improve, the work we do here, protecting communities, pursuing the truth, it's the most important work there is. Hey! Just
Saga.
to say thanks for your note.
Saga.
Sometimes I just get in my head too much. So, thanks for pulling me out.
Saga, for what it's
You're
worth.
really the best, Mom.
Saga.
Really.
Are you done?
Okay.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Saga, for what it's worth, I think it's important that Logan grows up seeing you do what you love, what you're great at. That will teach her so much. There will be times just like this when you question your choices, your confidence, even your own sanity. When things get dark, remember to trust and love yourself as much as your family does. You won't be perfect, but I know you'll be amazing like you always will. We've read that before. Okay.
Anderson, look, after Miranda left, it was, well, I was in a bad place. You dragging me to those dinners at your house with your family, it really, meant a lot. Thank you. Stop blaming yourself, Anderson. A knife in the arm is just part of the job. If you're gonna keep fussing, you can get the hell out. But leave the whiskey.
Our job is dangerous. Casey himself told me that. It's no one's fault.
Fault. It is. God
Hello,
damn it.
Casey at Logan's birthday party.
It's not too late. I can still save them.
No matter what I do, someone will get hurt. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid.
I'm my own worst enemy. The fears in my head are stopping me from trying. From leaving.
God damn it.
Sorry, something's going on in my house. Okay, alright, we're good. I might not always be the best partner, but Casey trusted me. He wouldn't give up, and neither will I. Casey's still in there, I'm sure of it. Reassuring note from my mom.
No. This is all real.
I haven't lost it yet.
I know
at least
it is.
not yet. I haven't lost it, at least not yet.
The FBI
This is
will
all
kick
real.
me
This
out.
place wants me to doubt myself, but I
I'll have
can't. I
nothing.
still have work to do.
I can't do this.
I can't let this place make me question
If I were a
myself.
bad detective, I'd probably
I
be
know
dead by
what
now.
I'm
Blaming
doing.
myself for past mistakes won't solve the
I have
case.
no idea what I'm doing.
Logan made matching charm bracelets for us before I left.
Logan isn't anyone's plot device. She's my daughter. And she's not dead.
My daughter isn't dead, and I won't let some
Dead!
bullshit story convince me that I let
She's
her die.
dead.
It's okay to be afraid. But I can't let this end here.
I can't. I just want it to stop.
Giving up won't make this stop. Logan needs me. Casey needs me.
God damn it.
I might not be the perfect mom, but I've done my best. Logan loves me, and I love her. Oh, this is...
Shit!
You were never home. There was always more cases you told us that was...
I'm so close. The dark place wants me to hate myself. But I just need to get inside my own head. I've made mistakes. I'll make more. But I can do better. And I can start by leaving this room.
I'm afraid it will hurt. But nothing will hurt more than not trying to save them.
It will hurt. But I will fight.
I can leave by overcoming my doubts and fears.
The dark place tried to trap me here. The only way to leave is facing it head-on. Wake called it a nightmare. I need to dive into that nightmare and find a way back home.
Dark Place tried to weaponize my anxieties against me and what would it turn me into a Taken? I'm stronger than that and Logan needs me. Oh, shit. For later? Yeah, that's fine. What does it say? Oh. Oh, I don't care about this. Alright, let's just walk out.
Saga, wake up.
Uh-oh. Alright.
The payphone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me.
Got nothing.
Hello?
It's me again. You need to go to the statue at Parliament Tower Plaza. To make your ending come true, you will need what's inside the shoebox there.
The ending? A shoebox? Who is this?
Sounded like it was me. Sounded like Saga.
Agent Anderson. Is that really you? Sorry, this place likes to play tricks.
Sheriff Breaker? What happened to you? How did you end up in the dark place?
I was brought here. Snatched away from the morgue by a man named Orland Dorr. been trying to piece it together.
Your father.
Well, it feels like a long time now.
Warland Door.
Who is this
that?
door person?
He's here. Somewhere. I've been seeing his face in my dreams for years. This whole thing is insane. But he is much more than he seems. He's connected to all of this.
I need to get to Parliament Tower Plaza. Do you have any idea where it is?
This place is like trying to find your way around in a dream. I've been trying to map it, but it keeps looping, shifting. Like there are many versions stacked on top of each other. There is a page. Describes Door finding his way through this place. I tried to follow the steps, but no luck.
Can I see that page, Tim?
Of course. In fact, it's the page I tried to give you back in the morgue in Bright Falls. Huh. Now that I think about it, maybe Door brought me here to keep you from reading it. Here. I'm gonna keep looking for Door. The closer I get, the closer I feel to waking up. I need to find the man behind the curtain.
Warland Door walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza. He stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
I know what I need to do. The door to Parliament Tower Plaza was at the construction yard.
Warland Door walked across the rain-slicked tiles of Caldera Street Plaza.
Oh, this is what we just read, right?
The rain didn't seem to touch him. He sensed his steps were being observed, documented into the story. He allowed it, this one time for this one reason, to be passed on by his unwilling disciple, to read at the right time. The ocean that was the dark place took the shape of New York City, drawn for the mind of Alan Wake. In part for the writer to navigate his prison, in part to torment him as he struggled to find his way out. Door was not bound by the rules as Wake was. He came and went as he pleased. For now, Door entertained the writer's fantasy, for a purpose known only to him. At the edge of the plaza, he stopped at the door to the construction yard. A poster for his talk show hung there, another part of Wake's fiction. He stepped through, willing it to take him to Parliament Tower Plaza.
This is the first time I've seen a page about Warland Door. Who is he?
A door that stands between two rooms is in both. A door that can lead anywhere is everywhere. That door is the center. He governs the currents of reality.
With all the powers mixed up in this, it's hard to know who's playing who. Opening too many doors. This isn't important right now. I can look into it later. The page describes him moving through the door. How can I do that?
The dark place has many faces and many names. It is a mirror, reflecting all possible realities. The family of doors have the power to shift between these realities, here and elsewhere.
If I can find a way to navigate through this nightmare, maybe I can find a way to get back home.
Okay, so find the door to the construction yard. Caldera Street was up here, I believe, right? Oh, that was it. Okay, great. Yes. Give me all of that.
I made it. I need to get up to the street and find that statue. Enough already. The clicker. And some kind of bullet. Shining with light. How did the clicker get here from Washington? There's the shoebox. Yes?
Hello. You don't know me, but you need to listen.
Hold on. How did you know the clicker would be there?
This is important. Alan's lost. He doesn't have the ending. He needs your help to finish the story.
How am I supposed to help him from here? Okay. I'm in the dark place. Alan. We need to talk about the ending.
So, what is this?
My mind place. I've reached out to you like this before. But I understand more about it now.
You see visions too. I used to think they were ideas, inspiration, but they're real. Just like this now. I try to use them to make the story come true.
So this is coming from both of us. Maybe that's how we could communicate in the overlaps. We could use this to stop Scratch.
First, I need the ending.
So there's a problem with the ending?
I don't have the ending. It has to be perfect, but I don't have time to figure it out. I don't know what to do. Fuck. I'm so sorry. This whole thing is a fucking mess.
I agree. But we can still figure this out. And what exactly does perfect mean?
The elements of the ending need to come from the story's pre-existing parts. To make matters worse, this is a horror story.
You don't need to tell me this is a horror story.
Right. The ending has to fit the genre if it's going to work. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters.
There must be a way to bring a hero into the story.
If there is a hero, they will ultimately pay a heavy price.
So the ending has to be earned, set up by the story. You can't build a case without supporting evidence.
That's the only way to make it stick.
I can't let the horror story take Logan and Casey. They were dragged into this. They need to survive. Non-negotiable.
Not just them.
Oh, we've heard this
try
before.
to save everyone. I have an idea how to help Casey. He's a real person who I twisted into a character. He isn't my creation, so he isn't a suitable host for the Dark Presence. I can write that into the ending to drive that fucking thing out of him.
Well, if the ending has to fit the story, this is how I see it. Return is a story about a story that comes true. And I'm a character in the story.
Not just a character. The hero.
Okay, a hero. In any case, I've been through hell to be here. And this is my life. It feels earned to me that I rise above the story and be there to create the ending.
Yes. That's what we're doing. Here, now. We're figuring out the ending I need to write.
This isn't Scratch's ending. But this isn't your ending either. This is our ending. You aren't the only one deciding these things anymore.
You're right. I can't do this alone. Every time I write, things only get worse.
You beat this thing back in 2010, Alan. And here you are doing the same again. You're a hero too. We're in this together.
Then let's bring it home.
The ending will have to be dark, no matter what. The more people we save, the greater the cost. And the hero must pay the price.
One of the heroes. The scales always need to balance. Fuck it. Let's go with this.
Are you sure?
There's no time for anything better. Scratch could be here any second.
Then that's our ending. I have the clicker. I'll find a way to get it to you.
And I'll get the pages down. See you on the other side.
Alright.
I need to retrace my steps back to Caldera Street Plaza. I arrived in the dark place through the fountain. Maybe I can leave that way too. Caldera Plaza is back through the subway. I have to hurry.
I don't have a rifle? Why would you even give me that? Am I gonna get a rifle? Don't get my hopes up now. That ended up being my favorite fucking weapon. I should have used it way more than I did. Oh, goddamn. Let me in, or what's up? Oh, there we go. Oh. At the end of the game?
Alan?
Saga. I finished it. The ending we talked about.
I have the clicker. And the bullet of light. Let's do this. I have to be the one to do it.
I feel like I've always been on this journey. Okay. It must end here, this darkness. What lies under the surface now shifts. A play of shadows catching my eye, thrusting my face into the water. He's here. It's shockingly cold, past the mirror of the surface. And I will see.
Casey?
The end. Scratch! Now! White, searing light of truth that for a flash pierces the shadows and reveals the hidden horror. And in that moment of silence, the whispered message finally heard. Come on, you motherfucker! Come on! What if there's nothing waiting to be revealed? The play of shadows fool us all, subterfuge to get our price of admission. Darkness not as a monster, but as emptiness. We're none the wiser. No answers, no truths. The hero turns to look inside. Is destroyed by what he sees, and is redeemed. Saga said we're both heroes. I'll pay that price. So will she. We We are here to kill the monster. I pray nothing comes after this. Nothing will sleep. This is how we win. Is it too easy? What if this is still the dark place? Another dream to wake up from, always coming back to the beginning. The memory of what came before burned away by this terrible realization. Maybe it's a mercy, forgetting. To know nothing when we loop around, back to...
Is it over? Anderson?
Is that it? That's a cool way to end it. I did like that. All right, we did it. First things first. I've got some thoughts. I've definitely got some thoughts. But first things first. The bottom center of the screen says that we have beaten 102 games this year, and 424 since we started doing this in 2020. Those numbers are now false. We've now beaten 103 games in 2023 and 425 since we started doing this in 2020. All right. So, let me start by saying this. Overall, I think this game is very good, right? I think it's very, very good. Very good. So, I'm holding this game to a pretty high standard because it's pretty ambitious, right? So it wants to be held to a high standard. But before I get into the criticism, I do want to just preface all of this by saying that I ultimately thoroughly enjoyed this game, and it's going to rank well. I just don't know exactly how well yet. So, let's start with the positives. Technically, this game is a marvel. I've never seen visual effects in a game quite like this. It is absolutely and completely unique, even unique from other Remedy games. It is one of the most singular, unique experiences I've ever had playing a video game. It really is. It is transcendent in some ways. Technically, the way that it's directed and edited, the way it looks, the way it sounds, it's all so gorgeous in a fucking ugly way. You know, it's really good looking in like a very twisted way, and I appreciate that. I love that. There are some, and that lends itself to the tone of the game, which is horrifying at times. There are some scares in this game that were among the scariest set pieces or moments of any game I played this year, period. So it's very scary at times. It is a horror game. It is a supernatural horror game. There is no doubt about that. What else? Good. I think that the story is really cool, and it doesn't. There are some holes in it, but it doesn't really matter. It's one of those stories that, you know, it's supposed to be weird, you know, so that doesn't really bother me, but it doesn't always make sense. There are some things that don't make sense that do bother me, and I'll talk about those in a moment. What else? Good. I mean, the voice acting is pretty great. The combat is good to great. I'd say 8 out of 10. It's not the best I've seen. It's not The Last of Us 2 good. It's not Resident Evil 4 good. But it's pretty good. is pretty good. The combat is pretty good. Okay, so those are the main things that I really enjoyed about it the most. Now let's talk about the issues. Issue number 1, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to assume that anyone watching this hasn't watched me play this game because I make a separate video of this.
This part is just for you. After the haunting started, I got in touch with an organization that was still looking into what happened in Bright Falls. I went to their offices and something happened there.
It's going to be the lady from Control.
After
Watch.
I got home, I could
I'm
suddenly
going to cut this part out of the final thoughts
everything.
video.
I remembered being trapped inside that lake. A dark ocean with echoes of myself. My fears, my photos. Inside a dark tide of madness. The same events and images looping again and again. And then I saw a light. Your light. You dove in just as I swam out. You never drowned. And you're still there reaching out. That is what the haunting is. I can see you because I've been there too. I chose to come back to the dark place. That is why I put on this exhibition. I had to mislead you so that I could get you to where you needed to be. The only way out of your loop is destruction or ascension, light or dark. And we've covered the destruction part many times over. And we're getting to the ascension bit by bit. Time means nothing here. You'll still need to go through the loop. But I will keep showing you the images you need to see, the light you need to see, until you're ready. Alan, I think we're getting close.
It's not a loop. It's a spiral.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna say this in a way that's assuming that because I make a separate video of this, that isn't revealing any spoilers. There are some chapters in this game that have pretty straightforward mechanics. Think Resident Evil, you know, just straightforward. Kill the bad guys, do the things, whatever. There were also some chapters that had much more complicated mechanics. I did not like those chapters. There are some functions in the game that the way that you can switch certain things around that was cool on paper, and if somebody had explained it to me before I played it, I would have thought that sounds super cool. But in actual practice, the way that it was handled, I thought was poorly done because it was arbitrary. It was like a lot of times when solving puzzles in this game just came down to trying every combination until you get the right one. It's like if you get a lock combo with 3 numbers on it and the numbers only go up to 5, it's like, okay, well, there's only 125 combinations, so let's just keep trying them until we get one. Now, it wasn't 125 combinations, but it might have been 16. And there didn't seem to be any indication as to which one to do sometimes, so it was a lot of trial and error, using mechanics that are really weird and very unique, but the rules weren't clear to me. And so I got really frustrated and ended up pulling up a walkthrough a couple of times And both times that I pulled up a walkthrough, I was like, I'm glad I looked at that, because I either thought I already did that, and I didn't like do it long enough, or I didn't stand in a certain place for the right amount of time, like really arbitrary shit. Or it's something I wouldn't have thought of doing because I didn't realize that the rules of the game worked that way. And so I think that that comes with the territory a little bit. If you're going to have some really unique mechanics in the game, you're going to have to, you've got some uncharted territory as far as like what the rules are. But if you're going to do that, the onus is on you to make sure that those rules are clear. And I don't think this game did that. I think that the game's rules are incredibly unclear throughout on certain chapters. Other chapters didn't have any of that crap, and I loved those. So I thought that was... I'll go beyond saying that it just wasn't for me. I think it was objectively poor. Again, I really appreciate the attempt. I just think that things could have been explained a lot more clearly. There's other stuff that could have been more clear too. The level design in some of the levels was, I think, just not great. Just wasn't very good. They were complex, and part of it comes with it because there's like stuff that like doesn't make physical sense in the physical world. Like you walk through a door over here and you come out over here. That's fine. That's cool. I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're making these complex levels that overlap vertically around each other, and then you've got all these rules, the ways you can change them. And that's all fine, but complex does not necessarily mean good when it comes to level design. It also needs to be intuitive. And this kind of goes back into what we were talking about before, but specifically, just geographically, the level design did not lend itself well to those mechanics. So that was part of the problem, I thought, for me. Either if you're gonna introduce all those things with a way you can change physical reality around you, great. But make the rules clear, and don't do that and make the levels really complicated. You gotta focus on what you want to make complicated, because if you're doing multiple things like that, it's just frustrating. And I'd be curious to know how other people felt about this game, because I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but I found the level design to be part of that problem. The map was mostly good, except it put a bunch of different markings on the map that it never explained. To this moment, I still don't know what certain question marks on the map meant, certain indicators, and I pieced most of it together by the end, but there should have been a fucking legend. It would have been very simple. Just have a little legend in the bottom left. This is what this symbol means. This is what this symbol means. That there were just parts of the map that I never understood what was there, and so I probably missed out on some extra items or extra features or something, whatever. So that's a very simple thing, but again, it's just not explaining clearly. That's the core biggest problem I had. Was the getting around the levels, the level design, and the mechanics that you use to get around some of the levels were obtuse and not well explained and not intuitive, and they seemed arbitrary. Like, let's just flip through 7 different options and then, okay, there's the one that works. Okay, great. I don't know why it works, but it works. Let's move on. It was a lot of that. And then some levels didn't have any of that. And I loved those levels. One last thing, and this is a little nitpicky, but it was pretty obvious that the guy that plays Alan Wake, I already know this because I've played Control and heard Casper Darling's voice. The guy that plays Alan Wake is not the voice of Alan Wake. And normally games do a pretty good job of syncing that so it doesn't seem obvious. This game did not. I found Alan Wake in the live action while he was in the live action cutscenes, because this game has a lot of live action cutscenes while he was talking. unendingly distracting. It took me out of it every time. And it might be because it's live action. That might have something to do with it. And it could also have to do with the fact that I just happen to know that. But I'll tell you, there were other characters that they did the same thing, and I could tell with them too, and I don't know anything about those characters. So it's the live action. I think it makes it really hard to sync the audio when it comes to the voice, to make it look like it's that person talking. Like, I could definitely tell that Saga Anderson's character was her voice. And I could definitely tell that there were multiple others that weren't. And that was distracting. That's more of it's more of a preference thing. Like, it might be because of the knowledge that I have, and maybe it doesn't bother some other people. But also, like, I don't even know how you would fix that, because I think it might have something to do with the fact that they had a lot of live action cutscenes, which, by the way, I thought was a really cool touch. It's something that Remedy does, and they did it a lot in Control too, and I thought it was cool overall. It's just the audio syncing with the voices syncing with the characters just looked kind of bad. So those are my problems. The main one with a bullet is the way that the mechanics are designed around the levels, and the way the levels are designed around the mechanics, I thought were just really frustrating. So, to sum up, I still think this is a very, very good game. A great game, even. But I don't think it quite reaches the level of masterpiece for me. I think it falls short of being Game of the Year material. And I'm not just talking about my Game of the Year, I'm talking about, like, the Game of the Year. Like, if I were on the board and I was thinking about this more objectively, like, I always think about just how happy games make me. And that's how I'm going to rank this game, too. But, like, I think there is an objective issue with this problem. Like, if I was sitting on a board that I was thinking about, like, the games of the year, with my preferences aside, I would say this game has a fundamental flaw in its level design and puzzle mechanics. It has an inherent issue. But yeah, so I think that keeps it out of masterpiece territory. But there were some set pieces in this game, man, that were just incredible. And it almost so good that it was like, how's nobody thought to do this before? It's so perfect. Like, I can't believe nobody's come up with this idea in certain spots before. It's very cool, very cool. So ultimately, you know, this game is gonna rank fairly well, probably, but it's not my favorite survival horror of the year. It's probably may not even be top 5. It'll be up there somewhere. I did enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to see what they'll do with the franchise. I'm also looking forward to Control 2. Now that they're done with this, maybe they'll go back to Control. That would be cool. Anyway. All right. Last order of business. Let's see. Let's just skip it. Let's just skip all that. And last order of business, Alan Wake 2. It's been fun. But we are now going to delete you from our console and never play you again. Bye! Bye! Okay, that's it for Alan Wake 2. If you're still here and you... Oh, well, hold on. Before we do that spiel, just real quick before just real quick roadmap for the next few days. It's above me, basically. I'm going to start Jusant, which is like this rock climbing game that's on Game Pass. Looks interesting. And then on November 2nd, in 2 days... RoboCop Rogue City comes out. As soon as I beat that, I'm going to play Thirsty Suitors. It's just like this dating game that's like Scott Pilgrim-esque. It's weird. And then Quantum Error comes out, and then The Invincible, which is a game I just found out about that just recently added. It looks like Firewatch in space, kind of. Looks cool. And then Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden on November 7th, and then November 10th is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So we've got, these games are back to back to back to back to back. So I'm not going to have any time to play anything else. Everything I'm playing in the next couple weeks is above me. Alright, cool. That is it. So if you're still here and you watch this whole video, or even if you watch the very end of it, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll see you on the next one.